I'd love to hug you, but we're gonna get started. So we're gonna skip greeting and do it later, but our greeting is going to be skip 2, now you. For story, we're gonna review the concept we learned yesterday, which is fiction. And then we're also gonna learn what is the opposite of that, what is non-fiction. And then we're going to begin talking about what is a fact. Our game is the letter game. I have, who has. We are not doing calendar. And for our song, we're going to do Oh Ram, Sam, Sam. So in 5 seconds, please come scoot up. I'm going to go right into story. That's not really a story today. All right. Sure. Remember what I said yesterday? You don't have to ask permission. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I like how you're all have your voices off and eyes up here. Sullivan, turn your body this way a little. Yesterday, Mrs. Nguyen told you that I live in a castle that flies with princes and princesses, and I have purple dogs and green cats. Why did I tell you that? Who knows why? Sebastian, why did I tell you that? Yep. It wasn't true, but why did I tell you that? Tessa?
For your imagination.
Mm-hmm. But we were learning about something. Josiah?
A fiction.
Very good. Can everyone say fiction?
Fiction.
And why did living in a flying castle with purple dogs and green cats have anything to do with, oops, sorry about that, this word fiction? What did that have? Ava?
Because it's fake.
Yeah, one thing we decided about fiction
Unless if you paint after that color.
was that it's fake. What else did we decide fiction meant? Phoenix?
Because castles are castles that fly are not real, and purple dogs and green cats are not real.
What does that say? Not
Real.
what you just said.
Oh.
What else, Harper?
Pretend.
Yeah. Did you just read that?
Yeah, I think so. No, I was just gonna say it.
Fiction is fake. It's not real. It's pretend. What else do we call it? Peyton?
Imagination.
Yep. And we have to use our imagination in
Oh,
order
I
to
know.
pretend.
Or make believe.
You need to learn. Can you show me quiet hand, Harper? Harper. It starts with this.
Make believe.
Yep. So a lot of times I would tell you, I'm going to read you a book that's not real, or pretend, or make-believe. I don't really use the word fake. But all of those things are fiction. Yesterday we read Stella Luna. What made Stella Luna, what happened in Stella Luna that tells you it's fiction, that it's not real, fake, pretend, or make-believe?
But you real last time.
Alonzo, what happened in Stella Luna that made it not real?
It just pretend.
Why? What happened that couldn't happen in real
They
life?
look like bats, and then it's down in the tree, and then we have a nest in it, and then make it upside down.
All those things did happen, but a lot of those things could happen in real life. Ava?
See, it teaches that to be a bird. That teaches how to be a bird.
Who's she?
Selena,
Stella Luna was taught.
to be like a bird.
You're right. Harper?
Stella Luna ate bugs.
Yeah, but actually that can happen in real life because some bats do eat bugs. Peyton? I'm going to give you a hint. We talk about this a lot. In real life, can animals communicate using the words that we use?
No.
So what did the characters in Stella Luna do that tells you it's fiction? Riley?
That they were talking.
That they were talking. They weren't wearing clothes, but they were talking. And in real life, animals can communicate, but they don't use our words. All right. I did. Yes, Peyton?
I
Thanks
put
for the
clothes
card.
on my cat.
That's a connection, so just. I did a beginning, middle, and end. Now, I want to share with you that all of you guys have talents. You can do things really well because you were born with a talent or you've worked really hard at something. One talent that Mrs. Wynn doesn't feel like she has is drawing. But I always try my best. But I don't feel proud of my drawing skills. There's other things I feel proud of, but not my drawing. So I did my best and I drew a picture to show that I know what happened in the beginning that was most important, in the middle, and at the end. Think about the most important thing that happened at the beginning of Stella Luna, and we'll see if what you think matches up with something I drew. Nobody remembers what happened in the beginning. Riley, I'm going to call on you because you're the first hand I saw, but I'd like to call on other people too.
Selena's mom accidentally dropped her.
She did drop her, you are correct, but it wasn't an accident. Something occurred, something happened that made her drop her.
The owl.
I'm going to let Sebastian continue.
The owl was and the bat they were dropping down, and then the mom dropped the baby.
And when Stella Luna dropped, did those two get separated?
Yeah.
Would they have gotten separated without the owl attacking them?
No.
Michael? Was there an owl attacking? Oh, you may not have been here. Do you remember the owl attacking Stella Luna and her mom? Okay, so I did my best to draw an owl for the beginning because if I showed this picture, I could explain what I think is the most important part that happened at the beginning. Because of the owl, Stella Luna and her mom got separated. Yes, Tessa?
Have you drew an owl? How my daddy does?
Connection. All right, what happened in the middle that would be the most important part? Something that you could draw to show that you understand what happened in the middle. Ava?
Learned how to be a bird.
Who's she?
Stella Luna.
Stella Luna, our main character, learned how to be a bird. So what would you draw to show that? Because you are correct, that's the middle.
A bird and a bat in a nest eating bugs.
Okay, well I didn't draw the bugs, but I drew a nest with Stella Luna and 3 birds because I can explain this picture and tell what happened in the... Thank you for your connection, Tessa. What was the most important thing that happened at the end? Evelyn, what happened at the end, Evelyn? The most important part. Stella Luna eating a mango is not the most important thing that happened at the end. Hazel?
She found her mom.
4 words. She found her, I can't do my next finger, mom, or mommy, or Stella Luna found her mom.
I can do it.
So,
Yeah, I can.
okay. Do you think I drew a picture to show that?
Yeah. Ooh, that's exciting.
It's my best work. But I drew a picture and added
You're
a
good
heart.
at making hearts.
Oh, thank you.
You're very good at making
All right. So, you know that if you don't have the words to write, you can still draw a picture and explain, Isabel. And do your very best.
Her name is Isabella.
Isabella, sorry. All right, the opposite of fiction is not fiction. It's actually called non-fiction. non-fiction. Can you say non?
Non-fiction.
Non-fiction. So it's the opposite. Oh, I'm going to ask you right now to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it, blow it out, and get back in the green zone. So I'm going to show you a picture of a nonfiction book that actually has the title, Alonzo, called Bats.
And it looks like a real.
And I'm going to show you,
Real.
this is a nonfiction book.
So it's real.
Isabella, come here and say it. It has a title page, but it has other things that fiction books don't have that we'll talk more about later. What do you notice that makes this non-fiction, the opposite of fiction? Jennifer, what did you notice? You want to think about it? Risa, what did you notice? Okay. Tessa, what did you notice?
How they sleep.
Oh, you saw a picture of how bats sleep? Okay. Ava?
That it looks like that they took real pictures of bats and then put them on pictures.
Okay, you saw real bats?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so real is the opposite of not real.
I actually saw one.
And you're correct. That gives me a big hint that it's nonfiction when I see real pictures. What else? Oh, I need my other friends, Josiah. Okay, well, let's look at fiction. Fiction is fake. Did that look fake?
Not
So it would be...
not fake. Non-fiction.
No, not fake. Real and not fake mean the same thing. And then the last thing I want to tell you is nonfiction books are true.
Yeah.
Can you say true?
True.
Opposite of false.
I'm gonna go.
And they're true because they have a lot of facts. And tomorrow we're going to talk more about fact versus opinion. And that would be the opinion.
What's the story?
I don't know yet. A fact is something you can prove to be true. So nonfiction books have a lot of facts because facts are things that are true. They're not fake and they're not pretend. Okay, sit flat. I want 1 more minute of your time. Right now, it's a fact that Jennifer is wearing pink pants. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's a fact that Evelyn is wearing a headband. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's a fact because we can see it and we can prove it. Is it a fact that no 2 snowflakes are the same?
Yeah.
Remember Snowflake Bentley? He did all that research to figure that out.
How the snowflake we did it all the time. Like all the snowflakes.
So tomorrow we're going to talk about what's the opposite of a fact. The opposite of a fact would be just your opinion.